Sparke's back with me this morning from QMines. Andrew, good morning.
Morning, Andy.
Good to see you, Andrew. Look, a couple of weeks since you and I last spoke. Perhaps give us a quick refresh here about QMines and your focus.
Yeah, look, we're going really well. So for those of your listeners will remember, we only listed on the 6th of May. So we're only a relatively new company, but we're a company that's really pushing this business plan forward very quickly. So we're a copper and gold company focused on Queensland. We've got 4 assets in Queensland, and 2 of those are historic producing mines. And just a quick sort of background, we've brought the same team over from WA that actually executed a similar business plan where we sold a business called Alt Resources to a large private equity group end of last year. So we've got a great team here that have got a track record of really executing similar business plans. So, but all going well.
Tell us a bit more, Andrew, about Mt Chalmers. You've been reporting back on some step-out drill results. How's the program there?
Yeah, look, going well. It's part of our 30,000 metre program. We committed to it at the IPO. So we're well into that program now. We've got 2 rigs on site. And we're preparing for our second resource update since acquiring this project. So as I say, only been listed for just over 6 months. Already got our second resource update, which is pretty much imminent at the moment. But it's going really well. So the Mt Chalmers project is about 8 hours out of Brisbane, north of Brisbane in Queensland, just out of Rockhampton. And out there we've got a VMS deposit which was previously mined by a company called GeoPico. And so the focus of this drilling program has been largely about stepping out from that existing resource and growing the resource tonnage. So we'll have as I say, we've got an imminent resource update due out in the next really couple of days. So it's been a culmination of a pretty busy 6 months for us, but all going really well.
What is the existing resource here?
Yeah, okay, so it's about 73,000 tonnes of copper equivalent at 1.87% copper equivalent. So it's a high grade resource, and VMS deposits are known for being higher grade. And the way we generally add to the tonnes with VMS deposits is we drill out multiple deposits. So VMS deposits occur in what we call clusters. So we're focused on drilling out a number of these clusters. We've identified 8 of them, and we've only got 1 in resource at the moment. And we're working on converting a number of those to resource over the next, we're working on a 2-year time frame from IPO. So
look, earlier this month, Andrew, you had the news about this renewable fuel deal. This is part of your initial emissions reductions push here. Tell us a bit more about it.
It is, yeah. We're trying to do things a little differently. So at QMines, we want to try and develop this mine in a sustainable way. So we've a couple of weeks ago, we announced a number of initiatives that we've been working on. Renewable fuels is a big part of our push to decarbonise the operations. The agreement was a 4-year agreement with an Australian-based renewable fuel supplier, and that'll give us initially about a 20% reduction in CO2 emissions from our exploration drilling, from our diesel use. But we will work on over time increasing that to 50 or even ultimately, hopefully 100%. On top of that, we're also announced that we've actually got about 35% of our energy is actually from our solar farm on site, and we're working on trying to get that towards about 100% over the short to medium term. So we're really trying to do things differently, and why not? Copper business. It's obviously very pegged to the change in renewable, change in the way we use energy. So we thought it was a good initiative to try and do this a little differently.
Exactly. You mentioned 2 rigs on site here at Mt Chalmers, Andrew. Remind us about near-term news flow from you.
Yeah, okay. So obviously we announced our 5th lot of results last week on Tuesday. They will fall into this imminent resource update, which is out in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that, and that should be quite exciting. That's going to focus on not only growing that resource, but also growing the confidence level in that resource, given that we want to try and develop this asset over time. And obviously further drill results and further ESG updates as time goes on. So lots on the horizon.
Good to see you, Andrew. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy. Good to chat.